There are a lot of great athletes that have become dominant in their sports in the last decade. LeBron James in basketball, Tom Brady in football, Lionel Messi in soccer. Those are just a few of the global superstars who dominate their respective sports. There is a good reason to believe that Shohei Ohtani is not only that guy for baseball, but you can argue that he is the best athlete of this current generation of sports superstars. Not just for baseball, but for every sport on earth. The modern age of professional sports is all about one word: specialization. Teams across all kinds of sports are built in certain ways to make sure they are well-oiled machines designed to win. A big part of that is the specialization of players. Long gone are the days where everyone who was a professional in their sport was the best at everything they could be in said sport. Now, teams are looking for players who can be the best in their sport at one or two particular skills because those skills are best suited for winning in that sport. You do not see players in modern professional sports that are capable of playing multiple positions very often, which is what separates Shohei Ohtani from every other athlete in every sport and makes him the best athlete of our generation in sports today. Let's look at other sports to see exactly how specialization plays a role. In soccer, you have defenders, midfielders, and attackers, and players who are put into roles on the team to do certain things, as that is what is best for the team to work well as a unit. Sometimes those roles can be similar in terms of the required skills and the responsibilities required of them for the team, but other times they can be vastly different. Playing at center back is a very different job than playing as a striker, and playing as a right back is a very different job than playing as a number 10. As dominant as Lionel Messi is, he is very good at the skills and responsibilities required for him to play his role. You can play Messi at striker or winger or on many sides of the field during a game, but he still has a certain box you need to put him in for him to help your team to the best of his ability. This is not a knock on Messi whatsoever either. You obviously don't amass more than 700 goals in a soccer career and win all the awards that he has without being an extremely special player. Messi is one of the best athletes in the world and has mastered his position in a way no one in his sport can match. However, that doesn't mean he has the kind of positional versatility that Shohei Ohtani does. No disrespect to Lionel Messi, but if you were to ask him to play center back for your team, I don't think he would have a lot of success. Even Messi, as great as he is a specialized player. When you compare Messi and his dominance to Ohtani's, you can see that Shohei is dominating in a completely different way. Asking Messi to do what Ohtani is doing now would almost be like asking Messi to play striker in the first half and goalkeeper in the second half of the same game. Ohtani is performing at an elite level for pitching and hitting, and it separates him from what everyone else in the world is doing in sports right now. When it comes to the argument for Tom Brady as the greatest athlete, football is an even more specialized sport than soccer and baseball. Players in football only typically play one position on either offense or defense. If they play multiple positions, then they may be both a wide receiver and a tight end, or a linebacker and a safety. Both positions have very similar responsibilities and skill sets needed to be good at playing those positions. Long gone are the days of being a player who would take snaps on both offense and on defense. There may be no more specialized position in football than the quarterback position. You control the offense and throw the football, but you don't block or catch or even sometimes run with the football. Brady has the championship rings to back up his greatness, but even those you can say he was surrounded by great teammates at every position for most of his career. Shohei Ohtani basically only has one good teammate and is doing the equivalent of playing quarterback and playing linebacker on the same team in the same game, while being amongst the best in the league at both positions. There is no one in football who even comes close to what Ohtani is doing right now because of his mastery of pitching and hitting.
Down. You know, when you hit a ball that far, you have to. You gotta admire it. 438 feet. Wow. That is incredible. Hey, by the way, he's pitching tomorrow.
What about a sport where versatility has become more commonplace among star players in recent years? Basketball. Unlike other sports, basketball is becoming more and more positionless as the game evolves into the future. You no longer need a short and fast point guard to bring the ball up the court every play. You give the basketball to your best player, no matter their size, and put them in spots where they do their best work. No longer do teams just run set plays to get players certain shots. You give players creative freedom to make decisions and exploit defense's weaknesses. The tallest player on your team can be the best shooter and passer now because coaches are getting more creative and letting players take on multiple roles now more than ever before. LeBron James was at the forefront of that when he entered the league almost 2 decades ago. At 6'8" and one of the best athletes in the sport, LeBron has played just about every position in the game of basketball from point guard to center. Does that mean he is matching Ohtani's level of anti-specialization? Not exactly. The sport of basketball is much more similar from position to position than baseball is trying to transition from hitting to pitching. Every position in basketball still needs to dribble, pass, shoot, and defend, while in baseball you go from throwing the ball to swinging the bat, 2 entirely different disciplines. James has established himself as a versatile player who can run an offense, score points, defend, rebound, shoot threes, all of those things. However, James has never had a season in his career where he had finished in the top 10 in the league in points, rebounds, and assists. Ohtani in 2022 finished in the top 10 in all of baseball in OPS OPS, all finishing in the top 10 in ERA, strikeouts, and fielding independent pitching. Baseball is much more of a specialized sport than basketball is, especially when talking about the elite players in each league. And while James is an incredible all-around player, Ohtani's accomplishments as someone who can pitch and hit at an elite level still prove to be unmatchable across all the modern sports landscape. If it was not clear already, Shohei Ohtani is a special player. In the last 100 years of Major League Baseball, there is no one else like him. Baseball was one of the first professional sports to fully embrace specialization in a way not many sports had until much more recently. At the highest levels, pitchers have been just pitchers and hitters have been just hitters for as long as anyone alive can remember. Ohtani is bucking that trend in a big way, becoming one of the best hitters and best pitchers in baseball, an incredible combination that any team would be lucky to have. Ohtani's greatness is beginning to transcend baseball and put him into an ethos of athletes few have reached across all sports, and you can make every argument that Ohtani deserves to be there. One thing is for sure, no one in modern sporting today is capable of doing what Ohtani is right now. Thanks for watching this video. Be sure to like if you enjoyed and subscribe if you would like to see more videos like this one. Do you think Shohei Ohtani is the best athlete in sports right now? Leave us a comment and let us know. We'll see you in the next video.